Today in this video, we are going to talk about how sleep can affect your productivity and efficiency at both work and life. We might underestimate sleeping, but sleeping is the most efficient way of resting that boosts our energy, which we can utilize in accomplishing the tasks that we want to accomplish in order to reach our goals and reach our targets. In this video, I am going to be sharing with you all different ways that you can improve your sleep quality and use sleep in your favor to help you be more productive and efficient at work. A study says that we can go only 11 days consecutively without sleeping. However, the result of not sleeping for straight 11 days can be life-threatening, and the effects can be start seeing from the third or the fourth day with anxiety, irritability, hallucinating, and not being able to focus or make decisions. So basically, we have 24 hours in the day, and sleep is one of the major chunks that we spend in our 24 hours. Let's take for an example, out of the 24 hours, you spend 8 hours sleeping. But even if you spend those 8 hours, you still feel groggy, lazy, unproductive. So basically, you're not only wasting the sleep time, but you're also wasting the wake time. Following these techniques that I'm going to be talking about in the video, you'll be able to sleep less and at the same time improve your sleep quality, have more energy, and at the same time have extra hours in your day to help you focus on the tasks that matters the most. The technique number 1 that I'm going to be talking about is super simple but very difficult to do on a consistent basis. That is sleeping on time. That means determining one sleep time of the day and one wake up time of the day, and make sure that you sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time every day. Now this can be dependent on your cycle of the day. Some people like to sleep as early as 9 p.m. and wake up as early as 4 a.m. So that is the most ideal sleep time and sleep cycle to have. But there are people who sleep at 4 a.m. and get up at 11 or 12 p.m. However, if you are in the category of the later one, that means you will need more amount of sleep and you'll still feel groggy and lazy throughout the day because you are sleeping at odd hours. And the first thing that we do is make sure that we sleep on the same time and we wake up on the same time. To do that, I'm going to be talking about various methods that you can do. The next technique is to boost your melatonin before your sleep time. What exactly is melatonin? It's the sleeping hormone. When induced in our brains, induces sleep and signals our mind and body that it's now time to sleep. So what all things you can do to boost this hormone in your body? That is, retire from your phone at least 60 to 90 minutes before. Retire not only from your phone but from any gadgets, restricting the blue light because that hampers the production and secretion of melatonin. You can have relaxing teas like chamomile tea that calms and soothes you down, that reduces the brain activity, that soothes the brain and gets you into the mode of sleeping. Make sure that you are not taking up any important task which requires a lot of energy during that particular time because your body is preparing to sleep and the melatonin is being secreted to get the body into sleep. I'm going to be talking about a full-fledged nighttime routine in the later part of this video that will boost melatonin. But for now, let's move on to the next technique, that is optimizing coffee. Now let's understand how coffee works. Coffee doesn't actually give us energy. Here is the scientific logic and the reason behind it. So whenever we feel groggy or whenever we feel tired or sleepy, that is because our brain secretes an hormone called adenosine. And when these adenosine float in our brain, we feel groggy, sleepy, lethargy, and laziness. And that is when we reach out to coffee. So whenever we drink coffee, when those adenosine hormones are floating in our brain. Sometime later, when the coffee starts working in our body and our brain, they form a layer around these hormones. And the brain doesn't differentiate between the coffee molecules and the adenosine hormone. So these coffee molecules actually restricts us from dipping our energy, but usually it doesn't boost our energy. And as soon as these coffee molecules fade away, the adenosine is still floating in the brain, and we again feel sleepy and groggy, and we reach out to another coffee. And as this cycle continues and repeats, we need more and more coffee to go by the day. And if we don't have coffee, we crash. The best way out of this situation is whenever we feel sleepy and groggy because of the adenosine hormones secreting and floating in our brain, that is to take a nap of 10 to 15 minutes. So while in those 10 to 15 minutes, you rest and take a nap, or even just lie down or close your eyes and sit on your chair, these adenosine molecules slightly fade away, and you have restored energy to work on your tasks without coffee. This is something that you can do throughout the day, but coffee is simply restricted after 2:30 p.m. in the day, because if you have it after that, it is going to mess with your sleep cycle. So make sure that you are restricting and having the last cup of your coffee before 2:30 p.m. in your day. The next technique that I want to talk about is by using tech products. If you have an iPhone and if you have an Apple Watch with you, you can track your sleep and know more about your sleep and sleep stages that you go through. For the purpose of this video, I actually went ahead and tracked my sleep for 2 days with the help of my Apple Watch and got to know a lot about my sleep. So here's what I found out. You have to wear your Apple Watch during the entire night to track your sleep, and all of the information will be available in the health when you scroll down to browse and sleep. So here you can see the entire tracking of my sleep cycle of that particular day. So time in bed was 7 hours 20 minutes and time asleep was 6 hours 43 minutes. And here are different stages that my sleep cycle was. I was awake for 25 minutes, then I slipped to the REM mode. The REM was for 1 hour 48 minutes, the core was for 4 hours 17 minutes, and deep was 38 minutes. So I actually slept for 6 hours 43 minutes, and actually I need that amount of sleep. I can do with 6 to 7 hours of sleep every day. I do not need 8 hours of sleep. And let's actually understand what exactly are these stages. So awake is basically when you are awake and you are just lying down. Studies show that REM sleep may play a key role in memory and refreshing your brain. It's where the most of your dreaming happens. Your eyes will also move side to side. REM sleep first occurs about 90 minutes after falling asleep. Then you fall into the core, which is this stage where muscle activity lowers and body temperature drops, represents the bulk of your time sleep. While it's sometimes referred to as light sleep, it's just as critical any other sleep stage cycle. Next is deep, which is the final one, also known as slow wave sleep. This stage allows the body to repair itself and release essential hormones. It happens in longer periods during the first half of the night. It's often difficult to wake up from deep sleep because you're so relaxed. So deep sleep is the place where highest of the repair of the body happens, and it is said that 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is the most active time for hormones in the body to repair itself. If you are not in deep sleep in that particular time, your body will want more of sleep and will repair less and give you more problems. The Apple Watch feature also reports the heart rate, which was around 78 to 99 BPM. Respiratory rate was 12 to 23 breaths per minute, and average wrist temperature is not mentioned. But this is something that you can get when you are tracking your sleep. So although the method of tracking your sleep is very nice and you can use this method initially when you're trying to develop a sleep schedule, but otherwise it is not recommended for daily usage because these phones and the Apple Watch still have rays, and you do not want any rays around you to track your sleep or mess with your brains and help you sleep more peacefully without gadgets. But it's best to understand how your sleep is working and how much you are sleeping efficiently to boost your energy and boost your productivity levels. You can also use a lot of features from your iPhone, like for example, getting into the sleep mode or having an alarm set 40 to 45 minutes before your sleep time, that it reminds you that it's now time to unwind and slip into your nighttime routine. The environment that we are sleeping in also impacts on our sleep quality. So let's talk about an ideal sleep environment that induces quality sleep. In your room, use warm colors and lighter colors that relaxes and soothes you. There are certain colors that boosts your energy, boosts your productivity, and at the same time there are colors that soothes you, calms you down and relaxes you. The colors that boost your energy should be at your workplace or the place that you work from, and in your bedroom where you are sleeping, use a lot of calming and soothing colors, which is why it is recommended to have separate rooms for sleeping and for working, and both used specifically for that particular purpose. Because when you are working and sleeping in the same room, your body and mind will not be able to differentiate between your work and your sleep time. So to keep both of them separate, have separate rooms where you work and sleep in. To calm our mind down, to induce ourselves into sleep, reduce clutter as much as possible. Make sure that your room is not cluttered, and the best is using your room only to sleeping, and that's it. And have specific rooms for doing specific purposes like working, lounging, watching TV, etc. It's best not to have TV in your bedroom. Also have dim lights and yellow lights in your room that gets you and induces more melatonin during your nighttime. Lights have a major impact on our sleep schedule. At least for me, I'm a morning person, and as and when the day goes by and the light reduces, my energy levels sort of drop. And during the night, I have energy, but I don't have so much energy to work on important tasks. If you tell me to get up early and complete the task, I'm happy to do it, but I am not happy and I do not have the energy to do it during the night time. At the night, in your room, you can also play frequency deep sleep music that gets you into the mode of sleeping. I am a big fan of frequency music. You can get them when you search for frequency music for sleeping on YouTube, and you can listen to it. These frequency music helps a lot in getting our brain to sleep. Keep a cozy and cool temperature, and not so much cool that you're freezing and not too hot, because that messes with your sleep. And use the appropriate type of mattresses and pillows that makes you comfortable while sleeping. You can look for a lot of comfortable mattresses and sleep pillows online and get yourself and invest in some for good quality sleep. And the last that I want to talk about is having a nighttime routine. And this is my most favorite part. And having a nighttime routine makes me super happy and unwind and gets into the mode of sleeping that helps me sleep on time. Your nighttime routine doesn't have to be elaborate, but here are some things that you can do. Dim the lights, spray some nice scents, drink a chamomile tea, take a shower, moisturize your body and yourself, retire from your phone for at least 60 to 90 minutes before, journal, write down your thoughts of the day, chant your affirmations, meditate, or do some kind of activity from your hands, like for example, crochet or coloring or stitching. Try out different activities and hobbies that engages your senses and makes you happier and lit up to sleep. If you do that, your sleep quality will improve and you will sleep less. Doing all of these will improve your sleep quality, which in turn will reduce your sleep time to around 6 to 7 hours, and you will feel more energetic to take on the day the next day. So I hope this video was helpful to you and you will pick up some points that I mentioned in the video to improve your sleep quality, to be more productive and efficient at work. So yeah, that was it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end, and I will see you in another video. Till then, bye bye.